Will there be a little something for the weekend, sir? Oh yes, Barber. I'd like the final instalment of Numistacker's Mega Grading Results. So it's Numistacker back with you again for final instalment of this great big box that arrived that's taken a bit of time to get through, but we're finally there. Don't fret, don't fear, there'll always be another box along to follow this one. Well, hopefully there will be anyway. Starting off with 1967, that famous 1967, and it's a quarter guilder coming back from grading. He must have quite a big collection of 1967 coins right now, and a few more arrived which are in the next batch, so I should keep you fairly busy looking at these 1967 coins. Look at that one, Order of Malta. It's always nice when they don't get details gradings, and this one got a pretty good grade. A very nice proof coin. Probably could have done with conservation, might have helped in terms of presentation, but it did get a 66 Ultra Cameo, which is a very good grade for that kind of coin. One of my favourites. He sent these Zoltan Kodaly coins in for grading before, but some of them came back with not very great grades, so he keeps on picking out new ones and sending them into grading, trying to get the best possible grade, and this one got a 67, so I'd say learning and scoring on that one. What do you guys make of the Rwanda Lunar series? How's it doing generally? I've noticed that prices in the second-hand market are a tiny bit lower than they were when these coins came out. How do you rate this? Is this a one that you're collecting or one that you're going to stay with right to the end? That one's a 2018 Platinum Britannia, £25 denomination in platinum. And here's another 1967, this time a 64 Cameo. Very nice. A 2 Scudo coin. Ah, some gold. These ones seem to get either 69 or 70. I'd say, what do you reckon, guys? Anyway, maybe 60% to 70% 69, 30% 70, maybe a few odd 68s. There's a Griffin. Griffins are always sent in by people who are just trying it on to get that magic 70. Griffins are notoriously difficult to get a 70. I've only ever got a couple of 70s in all the ones that I've sent for grading. The Proof Lion Queen's Beast. It's funny how it has that kind of, it's not really a mark in the middle, but a number of people watched the previous video, I think it was, and they commented, why would anyone cross grade from PCGS to NGC? Well, turns out there are actually quite a few reasons why people would want to do it. Some people try and cross grade from one to the other, then back to PCGS, trying to boost their grade all the time. It's quite an expensive way of chasing a grade, so it's only something you might want to do if there's a real difference in price between the grades and you've got the one which is just under that grade. Other people like the label, like the holder, maybe the box. Maybe they've got other coins in a set, so that they want another coin at the right grade to fit in with either a PCGS set or an NGC set. Not all coins cross, and you can see here quite a few that have crossed, and I've been quite successful recently in crossing coins between PCGS and NGC, but occasionally they'll say does not cross, but in this case you can see here 3 coins that not only crossed, they all went up one grade. So this was 3 PCGS 69 grade coins. They crossed at 69 and then they were conserved, and then on conservation they went up one grade. So I've created 370s on NGC from 369s at PCGS. Here's some other ones for you. Unusually, an American commemorative on the right hand side. That was also a PCGS coin. It was a 70 in PCGS, but the owner of the coin wanted it in an NGC holder. And it's obviously something that a number of people do want to do. Other people cross the other way and take NGC coins and cross them to PCGS. Some coins are potentially worth more in a PCGS holder than an NGC holder, and some coins it might also be the other way around. Most coins, no real difference in value between a PCGS and an NGC graded example. When you give a cross-grading instruction to NGC, you'd normally say cross-grade at the same grade or a higher grade. If you don't specify a grade, they will cross-grade from any grade. I do want to draw your attention to this one at the moment, which is, you can see, went into NGC as a 70 DCAM 1980 sovereign, and there was an order to cross-grade it only if it achieved 70 or more. However, as you can see here, it's come back as a 69. So occasionally mistakes do happen at NGC, and they were incredibly sorry about that particular mistake. But it's very difficult to go back. So in cases like that, there is the question and discussion of compensation for the drop in value experienced as a 69 compared to a 70. Moving on from that little disaster, something to cheer you up. It always cheers me up to see a proof 1887 half sovereign. These are, I think, pretty underrated coins, and there are only 750 of them, maybe a few more, ever minted. They're incredibly rare and very valuable even in this PF61 grade. So, you know, it was a coin that was expected to get around 61, so it's not really a disappointment, but a great coin nevertheless, and do watch out for these older proofs. This one, I think, was a mechanical that originally it was sent in a while back, but it came back without the first releases designation. So I sent it back, they changed the labels correctly, put in the first releases designation, and it came back exactly the way the owner of the coins wanted it to be. There are probably too many mechanicals with NGC at the moment. I think they do need to take that extra little bit of care, but then with hundreds of thousands of coins being slabbed, it's very easy to make small mistakes. So let's talk about discounts. The month of May is going to be a pretty big month for new coins, so why not use the special code for May, valid until the 31st of May, and the code is Larry. The code is Larry. Valid at thecoinconnection.co.uk. There are some coins that stand out from a sea of coins that are very, very similar or very samey, and that really for me is older proofs and older coins in general. I particularly like these George V 1911 proofs. The mintage is 3,000, 3,500, something like that, of these coins. So they're not exactly rare, but they're not exactly plentiful either. And most of them are in kind of loving hands. Now these are pretty cool, and you can watch out for these as well. It's often relatively common to find these coins as nice condition uncirculated bullion coins, and by picking the best ones you might be able to still get raw coins to grade that might even get 62, 63 and 64. This one's been conserved by NCS and then graded, and it looks really nice, very weighty coin, really nice 5 sovereign gold piece from 1887. I think these are probably undervalued at the moment, and they're certainly worth looking out for and putting away for the future, depending on what price you get them at. But it's a really, really nice coin with great presence and great history. My friend Regal Stacker, check out the Regal Stacker channel, sent me a few India coins to have graded. I think he knew some of them were likely to be cleaned, but at least it authenticates them. And some of them did pretty well. So they're really nice coins, very historical coins, from British India in Victorian times. And they're worth looking out for and can be pretty valuable, particularly in higher grades. This one got a VF25, so not so much of a high grade, but at least it didn't get a cleaned designation, and proudly part of the Regal collection. This one, environmental damage. It's a little bit kind of pitted on the surface, isn't it? It's kind of, lacking in perfection. That side's kind of not bad. You never quite know what caused that, but it did get a details grade, unfortunately. And here's one that was a success story, 1885, and this one got an AU 55, no details grade, no lines, no scratches, no environmental damage, no PVC, no hairlines, just a great numerically graded coin. And this one too, XF45. I think he's got a thing about rupees. What have we got here? Oh, actually, this one's really nice. I think he sometimes finds coins that are just a little bit different, and he has a love of medals and history. And this one, I really, really liked this one when it came in to be graded. I went around showing it to everyone and thought, this is such a wonderful historical item. George I's coronation medal. What can be better than that? Lovely. You probably look through these boxes of coins and think, like I do, well, what should I buy? Should I buy modern? Should I buy old? Should I buy raw? Should I buy graded? What's the lesson to be learnt from this kind of grading exercise? There's lots of lessons to be learnt. I think that one of the biggest is to decide if you're if you're a dealer or if you're a collector, because your time horizon is going to be different. And I think that the lesson I've learnt from doing this exercise is you should always buy the absolute best that you can. What tends to happen in the market at the moment is that the best of things is increasing in value, the very best, and the also-rans that may have even had a high value at one time can be going down in value as more and more people are focusing on just buying the best. It's not very healthy in many ways, and maybe it signifies fewer real collectors and more semi-pro investors in the market. I don't know. Oh, here's one. Let's talk about this one. This should have been a Quarter Pahlavi from Iran, and it looked fine to me, but NGC haven't totally said it's kind of, it's a fake, but they have questioned its authenticity. What that really means is that they're not 100% sure, but they're not sure enough to put it in a slab and authenticate it. Here's a 2018 plain rimmed or plain fields Britannia, so with a 10,000 mintage limit, although I think they've sold quite a lot less than the 10,000. So this is one of those coins where you might find, if you look at the sales figures, you can actually pick up something which is a little bit rarer than you ever think it's going to be. I don't think the ones with the plain fields have sold very well, and they're trying to kick it up a notch for 2019, where they've actually used the design of the proof but on the plain fields kind of production. So it's a little bit more visually different from the bullion Britannia. You can see that people have been buying quite a few of those. And looks like some more of Mr. 1967's coins are finishing this box and finishing this mega grading results set of videos as well. Oh, this one is the first one of these that's come in for grading. It got a 68, unfortunately not a 69, but it's a really, really nice proof Lunar from the Lunar 1 range, the first coins, the first series. And that one is, well, it's a very, very small gold coin. A lot of people grade those so that they can find them more easily. It's what a crazy, crazy size for a Royal Mint gold coin. I wish they'd stop making them in that size. A 1982 PF69 half sovereign. And we are now getting right to the very end of this mega results grading set. Phew! I'm glad that finished. Only, I think, what, 6 videos of double boxes. Hope you stayed with me till right at the end and enjoyed those. And the next videos that I post hopefully will be some new arrivals videos. All from me from now, and please like, subscribe and comment.